Yeah. This is Chapter 325 of the Texas Government Code dealing with the Sunset Act. Now, just down and dirty, the Sunset Act is this. Each department or agency of the state government that's created and instituted under the legislative powers has a time limit on its authority and its life. And at the odd-numbered year prior to that agency's Sunset Act abolishment, in other words, the Department of Public Safety, their charter as a government agency expired in 2009, okay? They just got it renewed by the legislature, and it has been renewed until September, or the end of August 31st of 2015. Now, while I was going through and reading this information in the Sunset Act, these are some of the things that the commission that is the Sunset Act committee is supposed to do. If you look at 325.009 of the Government Code, this is what it says about public hearings. Subsection A, before February 1 of the year, a state agency subject to this chapter and its advisory committees are abolished, the commission shall conduct public hearings concerning, but not limited to, the application to the agency of the criteria provided in Section 325.011. Subsection B, the commission may hold the public hearings after the review of the agency required by Section 325.008A3 is complete and available to the public. Well, first question I have is, where are these public hearings held? I've never heard of one. Never heard of anybody mention one. Who's notified these public hearings are being held? What time are they being held? At what point prior to February 1st are they being held? And what city or town are they being held in? See, these are things they're supposed to be doing, but when are they doing them and how are they doing them? And when was the last time anybody from the public got to speak at one of these things? Because I got some great questions to be asking about the legitimacy of the acts of the Department of Public Safety before this committee. Now let's look at what the criteria for review is right after we cover this part. In 325.010, there's a commission report. That's what this section's titled. Subsection A, at each regular legislative session, the commission shall present to the legislature and the governor a report on the agencies and advisory committees reviewed. Subsection B, in the report, the commission shall include its findings regarding the criteria prescribed by Section 325.011, its recommendations based on the matters prescribed by Section 325.012, and other information the commission considers necessary for a complete review of the agency. Now, these are the criteria that the committee uses for review. In 325.011, and this is the section that is referenced in every article in a statute that references the Sunset Act and its applicability to a given agency, 325.011 is called the renewal clause. This is where the section deals with the agency must be renewed by the legislature in accordance with this section. So, criteria for review. The commission and its staff shall consider the following criteria in determining whether a public need exists for the continuation of a state agency or its advisory committees, or for the performance of the functions of the agency or its advisory committees. 1, the efficiency and effectiveness with which the agency or the advisory committee operates. 2, A, an identification of the mission, goals, and objectives intended for the agency or advisory committee, and of the problem or need that the agency or advisory committee was intended to address. And, subsection B, the extent to which the mission, goals, and objectives have been achieved and the problem or need has been addressed. Now, I want to comment on that one for just a minute on number 2 there. What this is saying is that this agency that's under review has to justify its existence explain what its mission and its mission objective is and how it completed or served that mission and mission objective in its past renewal. So this is information the individual department has to provide to this committee. The nice thing about this information is it is open to the public. I want to get my hands on the report that the Department of Public Safety sent to this committee under this section stating what is their purpose, what is their mission, what is their goals and objectives, and how they have fulfilled them. I want to see where it says in that report that the regulation and licensing of private automobiles versus commercial automobiles has gone just fine. We've swindled everybody for another decade. Now,